Welcome back to another episode of Zach the Fisherman. Today we got some first ice. In front of me, well behind me now, this lake is completely frozen. I think there's about 4 inches. I am using the spud bar all the way across, gonna be safe. Gonna take those precautions, don't wanna fall in. I'd rather not. 1, I don't like water. 2, I want to be a good example and show like ice safety. If I start to think that the ice is getting sketchy and not safe, I'm getting off the ice because a fish isn't really worth your life. So be safe. Still catch fish, but be safe. But we're fishing for walleye today. We are gonna go start walking on and seeing what the fish have in store for us today. So without a further ado, let's get out there. We're making a mile onto the lake. 3 hits, we're good. Gotta be safe, comfortable with that. We're just spudding our way across. And spud in front of you, hey? Spud in front of you, like this. Not this. Oh gosh, it's like that much ice. We're good. Ooh, the ice is getting thin over here. Okay, let's get some holes drilled. Lots of ice. There are so many bait fish down there right now, it's sickening. First ice, I can't get to the spot that I ideally want to fish, but you know, I can't really complain. I'm out ice fishing and I'll be lucky if I hook into a few fish or something happens along those lines. The quiver of rods we're using today is I want to use a smoke show for jigging. And I want to use the digger for a dead stick. It's a medium action rod and fiberglass made by Frostbite. And all we're gonna put on there is just a simple jig and a minnow, just because simplicity, right? You wanna keep it simple first ice, or just in general, sometimes the fish just like simple. You don't gotta fish too hard. The jigs that we're using are HCL tungsten jigs. I believe they're 8mm or 9mm, and they're gonna be perfect to have that extra little bit of weight down there, especially for this little heavier of a rod. And we're gonna hammer some fish today. It's gonna be a good time. There's an absurd amount of bait fish down there. Not a fan of it, like top to bottom. Okay, now that we got the dead stick in the water, we should probably set up, I'm gonna drill another hole right close here and fish right there, and maybe throw my jacket on. It's getting a little nipply out here. So the second rod that we're using today is the Frostbite Smoke Show graphite rod. This is one of my favorite rods I've ever fished with. It is a medium light action. It is awesome for jigging. What we're jigging is an HCL Atomic Bombers. I got a fish on. I think that's a fish on the dead stick. There's no way that that's not. Yeah, there's a fish on the dead stick right now. Look at it, it's going up for it, it's going up for it. It's got it in its mouth. He dropped it. But, yeah. There we go, we got him. On the Atomic Bomber. Here we go. Come on. Turn up for it. Turn up. Okay, we'll drop it down. Got him. Fish on. Fish on. First fish on the ice. I do believe it is a walleye. Yeah, it's a walleye. There we go. Let's take it easy. This ice, thin ice is so difficult to navigate. Come on, get your head up. Get your head up. Get your head up. There we go. There we go. First fish on the HCL Atomic Bomber. Right there. Right in the corner of the mouth. Nice, let's send this fish back. That's exciting. We caught a fish. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to call fish in. I'm aggressively jigging it on the bottom. I just have that dead stick sitting there. I'm watching the dead stick mostly because the fish are gonna see some commotion and come over, and I think if I was a fish, I'd go for the dead stick. I wouldn't go for the thing going crazy and have to chase it down. So I'm out here trying to think like a fish. Maybe catching a fish. Did I say we're fishing for walleye? We're fishing for walleye today. There has to be some fish around. All the bait fish have kind of dissipated. Usually that means that there's something lurking around. They avoid them like the plague because they don't want to be eaten. Get out of here. Also, jigging like this spooks the bait fish, so they're less inclined to... Oh. A lot of fish just ran around. It might have been me moving, but... I might drill another hole. Just for good measures. So I don't have to pull this Mega Live transducer out every single time I catch a fish. There's so much bait fish. Bait fish. It would be nice if they just went away. Just a couple decent marks came up. Boom, dead stick. Boom, jigging rod. That's a pike. There's a fish. Just freshened up the minnows. Come on, come and eat it. Got him. There we go. What a fish. I think it's a walleye actually, the way this feels. Yeah, it's another walleye. Just a little guy. Just a little guy. I just freshened up the minnows. And boom. This little guy came to eat. It's a good sign. He popped off right off the bottom, so they're sucked right down there. Oh. Let's go back. Go back. Sorry for dropping you there, man. Didn't mean to. Put some fresh bait on, I guess. That was awesome. As soon as I dropped it down, boom, hit that 9mm tungsten. Whew. Hands are getting chilly. Must be another fish around somewhere. They might just be getting fired up. Prime time bite, you know. Fingers are getting chilly. Should have brought gloves. Ooh, there's a nice mark right off to the 14 feet out. That might be a fish coming in. Fish cleared right out. What does that mean? Usually that there's a fish around. When I'm fishing outside, especially early season, I like to fish with monofilament. Because braid is a little bit, it freezes up a lot more. Don't get me wrong. Ooh, look at that. Don't get me wrong. So does mono, but it doesn't absorb water like braid does. There we go. Look at that. Seen that fish come in from a while away. Come on, eat it. Got him. That was awesome. You see that guy? He came right in from the side of the screen there and decided to eat it. Well, that's a nice fish. It's a nice fish. It's a quality fish. Let's get his head up. It's not a tank by any means, but I mean, better than that last one that we had. There we go. Let's turn. There we go. On the atomic bomber right there. Nice healthy walleye. Definitely not a tank. Coax that fish in, barely hooked. Nice, let's get him back. That's awesome. I think prime time bite's right around the corner. But look at that. As soon as that fish came out of the hole, look at all the bait fish on the screen. So when there's bait fish around, probably not going to be too many fish around. Is that a mark? That's a mark. There's a mark. He's coming in. He's coming in. Ooh, come on. Come on. Come and eat it. Could have been the same fish. I don't know. That was awesome. I'm loving these atomic bombers. Like, I haven't had too much luck fishing with this style of bait, like the ripping style flutter baits, I guess. I don't know. There's a fish right on the bottom. Let's just pound the bottom. Pound the bottom until he picks it up. There we go. This one feels nice too. You hit it pretty hard. No, just cookie cutter. Cookie cutter. Little walleye. Send him back. Having fun, man. Catching fish. May not be the biggest fish, but hey, I haven't been fishing in such a long time. I haven't been fishing since October pretty much. So I guess that's only 2 weeks, but it's a long time for me. Especially when I fished all summer. Ooh, some competition's coming in. We got 2 fish on this. I want that fish that's coming in. That looks like a nicer fish. A much nicer fish, actually. There we go. Such a light bite. I literally was just holding it there. Then he decided to eat. Little guy. Not a monster. Come on, Junior. Get up the hole. It is so hard to get the fish up the hole in this thin ice. Just a future monster, maybe. Definitely fun to catch. But he wanted that still. As soon as I let it sit still for 2 seconds, boom, bump. Oh, I felt a crack. That felt uneasy. Ugh. That crack just means ice is forming, but man, it doesn't feel good when the ground you're under shakes, right? It's like having an earthquake, ice quake. Look at that, on the dead stick. I'm not even there to jig it, or on the jigging rod. Oh. Yeah. Fish around. Let me get this rod back in. There we go, this one's gonna eat. He turned away. Turned away. He turned away. Come on back. There you go. Do you not want it, man? What's your issue? What about this don't you like? Tell me. Talk to me. Want me to rip it? No? And jig it in place. Hold it still. What do you want? Tell me what you want. Drop it to the bottom. Boom. On the bottom. Okay? Is this what you want? Is this what you want? You want it to pound sand, make you angry? And bring it up? And then you're gonna crush it? Yeah, you kind of stood up for it. That was not a good hook set, but we got it. This is awesome. Fish on the dead stick too. Jig, 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 jig. It's a healthy fish. Healthy fish. A thick fish. There we go. Thick, thick, thick walleye. Go back. Okay. Catch a few more fish. The sun's going down. I gotta probably head back. That's one time I hate about this time of year. The sun goes down at like 3:30. It's fun having to coax these fish in. I'd say this is a successful early ice. I've only been fishing for a few hours. That fish is up high. Does he want to eat it up high? No, no. Probably the one I just released. Hands are getting cold. Body's not. What do you guys recommend for a good pair of gloves? Good pair of winter gloves for ice fishing? Because if you've watched my videos for a long time, you'll notice that I don't usually wear gloves. But I'm getting older, I should be smarter. You three are going to be the next victims on the hook. I'm going to rebait this one. I don't like the way it looks. Minnow split in half. Cut the heads off, boom. And then thread the body. And let's jig the quote unquote dead stick. Yeah. Ooh, he missed it. He missed it. This guy's gonna come and eat. Oh gosh. Oh, popped off. That's okay. As soon as you throw the new minnow on, hey? I'll have a link in the description on where to get these HCL jigs. They're awesome little jigs. They're perfect for a dead stick setup. And they're sharp. And I'm liking how they're working. They're perfect for smaller minnows and more finessey, finicky fish. I'm sure you can catch a tank walleye on these too, don't get me wrong, but I had a lot going on there. I messed up a few times. I gotta focus on one rod at a time. The bites kind of died off. They're coming in, but they're not really wanting to eat. I'm gonna give it here 15 minutes. You guys should follow me on Instagram. That's Zach the Fisherman. Cause that'd be cool stuff to do. There's gonna be a fish here. Yeah, big junior here. Come and eat. Hey. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Cause I'm a human? Yeah, no. Just come and eat it. You know you want it. Look. Really, man? Really? Just eat it. Ah, fine. Come and eat the atomic bomb. Sure, to ate a can of anchovies to get in the mood. To be the fish, you must eat like the fish. I bet you want to eat it. So just do it. Give you $5. I know that's irrelevant in your world, but $5 is like $5 here, man. One more fish, man. Come on. Let's pound the bottom. Pound the heck out of it. Oh, did I say follow my Instagram or did I get distracted? Follow my Instagram, if not. There we go, fish on. 1 minute to spare. This might be a better fish. This might be a better fish. Oh my gosh, yes, this is the biggest fish of the day. Nice. Early ice walleye. I think this is gonna conclude today's video. I have no feeling left in my hands. This fish has got to get back so he doesn't freeze up. But I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love you guys if you did subscribe and did all that fun stuff. Leave a comment, like this video. Help this feller out. Yeah, that was a good note. I mean, oh, 2 minutes has passed. There's a few fish down there. How do I leave? Do I leave? I gotta leave. I literally could not grab that fish's tail. My hands are so cold right now. I literally could not grab that fish. So I think for like my own well-being, I should go. But man, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. A lot more ice fishing content to come this winter. This is just first ice. And I would say we crushed it. We caught probably, I don't know, caught a few fish. I never keep count. Probably should. But yeah. Remember to take care of your mental health, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.